With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.
This is Red Lantern Russell from
Tomes of Evil,
and you're listening to Sector 2814, a Green Lantern podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another week of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core it is.
I'm Will, hey everyone.
And hello, Darkness, my old friend. It is Macdona.
This is Matt. Hello.
All right, so today we'll be talking Trinity, the first half of Trinity. Because again, I don't really want to do 8 issues in one episode.
The 8 issues?
Well, yeah, Trinity 1 and 2, Green Lanterns, 2 Legions, and 2 Darkstars.
Oh, alright. Gotcha.
And actually it's DC Universe Trinity.
Yes, DC Universe Trinity, yes. not to be
Which is really annoying when you're looking for it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna be all over the place tonight. I mean, there's 2 of the issues are on DC Universe. I have 1 in floppy, and then 1's digital from somewhere else. So I'm all over the board with these. But yes.
Oh, and before we get going, can I just say that in DC Universe Trinity number 1 and Green Lantern, the art was spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Just had to get that out there.
Oh yeah, because I mean, a lot of it good. I don't know if there's. I'm trying to remember now, but I don't think there was really like a clunker art wise on any of these, was there?
Oh no.
No.
But in the first one, we had Gene Ha on the Green Lantern segment.
Mm-hmm.
Had Travis Charest or Charest, I don't know how to pronounce it. That should be enough. And then we had Barry Kitson doing the Legion 93 part, which is okay. That issue's awesome. And then we got Gene Ha again back on Green Lantern number 44.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we got the other guys on their main issues. I think they had other artists on there, but the art was still good on those issues too.
Yeah, again, I'm like really curious. It's like, when did they know Emerald Twilight was coming? And because I mean, with the again last time with like the broken battery, I thought maybe it was at this point, but like next episode when we get to the end of Trinity, I swear there's stuff where it's like, it doesn't seem like they know Emerald Twilight's coming.
I feel like it was kind of a last minute decision, but I don't know that for certain, or I don't remember where I read that if I did read it.
It might be a last minute thing, because like I said, I read ahead a little bit, and in the letters page for 47 in the next issue box, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to give you 2 months to Emerald Twilight starts, so they like skipped a month between 47 and 48, so you may be right about that last minute thing. But yeah, before we jump into that, did everybody watch episode 2 of What If?
I did.
Yes. Yes. Very, very good.
Oh yeah,
no spoilers. Just very, very good.
I mean, I liked the first week, but I like this one even better with the what if T'Challa became Star-Lord. I liked it even better. I'd rather see this than what the Guardians of the Galaxy week was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go watch it, Matt Coda. We do get a special appearance by Howard the Duck.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Good old Howard.
The man who started the MCU.
Duck nipples and all. So, but yeah, no, that's good. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, Will, did you guys start watching Stargirl yet?
Yeah, the first episode was pretty good. I mean, it's about like it was, last season, and the person who showed up at the end was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, episode. Oh yeah, they've already done episode 2, so yeah, you can go.
Oh, okay. We gotta watch the new one then. But I'll be honest, because it may come as it may come as a surprise to people, but I kind of like Green Lantern a little bit, so I don't feel like the Cosmic Rod could stand up to a Green Lantern power ring.
Yeah. And I mean, in episode 2, they don't give you a whole lot of like ring constructs, but the little bit they do, I mean, just the little bit they give you looks way better than the Green Lantern movie. I'll tell you that.
Well, and I think there was an interview with the guy playing Guy Gardner for the Green Lantern series on HBO Max. So I guess that means that there's forward movement on all that stuff. So it's a good time to be a Green Lantern fan.
Every couple weeks or months, I swear they drop something about that Green Lantern series, but I don't think they have. I don't think they've mentioned the date yet when it's supposed to premiere. So,
yeah, who knows at this point?
I mean, in this modern age, you're probably just like, you're gonna get it when you get it.
Yeah, and you're gonna like it.
We never know when we're gonna have to shut down or whatever. So,
still haven't seen Black Widow yet or Suicide Squad, but.
You better hurry up. Better hurry up, Shang-Chi. Not this weekend coming up, but I think the weekend after Shang-Chi.
Oh, cool.
Or is it the TV? I swear
I'm
saying Shang-Chi. I'm like, okay.
Just somebody who knows, tell me how to pronounce it, and I'll try to do my best.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. All right, as Marvel fans, do you think like Eternals is gonna like work out? Just like like I remember when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if this movie's gonna be good, and I enjoyed it. So I was like, is Eternals gonna be the same thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's got it's a pretty stellar cast. I think we've seen clips that have. I don't know if that was a Celestial. I don't remember which one it was, but was it Arishem, the judge, or maybe I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look those guys up. But I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be, ripped from the pages of the comics. So, and it's got a good cast. I'm cautiously hopeful.
Remember, kids, when anyone asks you who are the Celestials, just be like giant space gods who give you the finger, give your whole planet the finger.
Exactly. Yeah. Up or down.
Yes.
I mean, I predict that they probably made it really well, and people will go even if they've never read a comic book, which I think most of the money will be made from just on reputation of Marvel Studios alone. Yeah. I mean, the way that everything 20 movie arc was wrapped up pretty much in Endgame, maybe a little dangling strings with Spider-Man and all that, characters that will still be around in prequels and the TV shows and stuff. But having a fresh new start, and this is, I'm very interested to see like how it goes, because it's not Stan Lee Marvel, it's he didn't create these characters, and
Kirby,
but there's Jack Kirby, too great. So I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think it'll stand up. Now, this is just like a little tidbit of a movie. It's a little unrelated, but I did see the movie Free Guy recently. I don't know if either guys saw that, but there was a little bit of. I mean, it stars Ryan Reynolds and Thor's friend, I forget his name, in Ragnarok.
Oh, Korg.
And the director, Korg. And but there is a little Easter. That's not an Easter egg. It's a blatant Marvel joke reference. I won't blow it because it's quite enjoyable to see.
I didn't hear the specific joke, but does it have something to do with Captain America or something?
I can't confirm or deny that.
Well, speaking of Captain America, they've announced Captain America 4 is going to be with
Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, yep. Yeah, I saw that confirmed this week, but I'm like, I thought they had that confirmed when Falcon and Winter Soldier was, out. I thought that was I thought the last week of that they were like, oh yeah, it's confirmed, but this week they kind of confirmed it again, I guess. Unless he was in talks or something, but.
Time has no meaning anymore.
Exactly.
It's a flat song. It does have some meaning as it pertains to this podcast, though.
It's true.
I gotta be up early, so yeah.
Yeah, that's my life. All right. All right, so let's jump into this. Because I have no synopses for these. I think people just gave up trying to write any synopses for these issues. So. All right, let's jump into this. All right, yes, of course, it starts in Trinity, DC Universe Trinity, as Will puts it, number 1, from cover date August 1993. 1994, fast approaching.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, see, you got Hal, you got a Darkstar, you got what's his face? The guy who wrote
Legion, Thrill Docs, is that it? Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So, it starts... Well, we get the first page of, one of the gods we'll see in this, preparing, and then I guess it jumps right to, Hal. Oh, wait, here we go. Gerard Jones, writer, Gene Ha, penciler, Romeo Tango, inker. Oh, is this just this chapter, yeah. Albert de Guzman, letterer, Stuart Schaefer, colorist, Eddie Berganza, assistant editor, and Kevin Dooley, editor. And of course, where's Hal? Find somebody in a plane.
Of course.
The guy's in a rush. He's on a business trip. He has to get where he's going right away.
And he's kind of a jerk about it.
I know. So Hal's ring flaps. He's just like, uh-oh. Gotta go, but what am I supposed to do? So he knocks the guy out so he can talk to a guardian. Says Green Lantern of Earth, we have detected a great disturbance on the planet Skyla in your space sector, but something is blocking our minds from viewing it. You must investigate. So Hal, I love how he's trying to think of what to do. So he changes the Green Lantern, just basically takes the plane to wherever they're going, and once the guy wakes up, Hal's like, oh, hey, look, see, I got it here pretty quick, huh?
Remember that when it comes time for the bill.
Just a splitting headache you have. But I love how Hal's like, I'm going to get my payment and then zip off. So Hal takes off to that planet. He says he hasn't been here since the old days before the core fell apart. Okay, he was just talking to a guardian. Can he be like, hey, master, you want me to can I get a battery?
Yeah, I know. And he's like, I got to be really careful about my charge because, my battery's been exploded.
Exactly. Yeah, I got to be very aware of how much. Again, you don't have to be aware of the charge. You have to be aware of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yes, he comes and I love this. The people, one's like, oh, I told you you'd come. The other one, why did it take him so long? Why did you never visit us as we promised? But he says duties on his own planet got the best of him. So he says, I'm here to consider the problem solved, and then he takes off, and look, there's a giant godlike being who says, I haven't seen a Green Lantern in centuries. So Hal's trying to zap her, not doing much.
Then he tries the patented Hal Jordan charm.
Oh, yeah. Big charm for a big woman, that's right.
Which doesn't work either.
He's been striking out with the ladies left and right these last few issues.
That is true.
Yep, Carol wanted to
And the ladies that want him are childlike and kind of off
creepy.
limits. Yeah.
So then once the charm doesn't work, Hal tries to blast her and like knock her off her feet, and she's just floating there. You've shattered my cultivated soil. Yourself back the holy duty of nutrients. So again, Hal's just trying to nothing's working until she sends him flying. She says that if the Green Lanterns discover me, blah blah blah, plans were barely worth my time. Let this sacred act. Oh, she has a reunion to attend.
Mm-hmm. I wonder where that's going to be.
Cosmic high school reunion. I know. Okay, so once Hal shakes off, the beating. He goes to Oa and the Citadel of the Guardians. Wouldn't now be the time to be like, hey, can I have a battery at least to borrow?
Exactly.
On
his way there, he's like, I'm going to charge off the central battery. No big deal.
Or it's like, if I'm fighting gods, it might take more than a day. No. He says, Masters, I need help. I need an audience. I'd be like, Masters, I need a battery.
I need a battery. Give me a battery.
But yeah, they say, what happened on Skylea? He says, a giant woman who calls herself the goddess of creation. And they're like, what? Show us this goddess. And he makes a ring construct. And they're like, no, it can't be. Not Quora. Not the return of the Triarch. That would mean the end of
the little blue guys are kind of out of character here.
I know. Because they're like, that would mean the end of all Maltusian races, the end of the Guardians, and the end of the Green Lantern Corps. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing's ever going to shatter this core.
That's coming anyway.
Seriously, Hal's just floating there. Parallax is there going, good idea.
Wish I'd have thought of that.
But yeah, even Hal's like, I've never seen him like that. And they say, go to the Book of Oa, and it will give you its terrifying answers.
And it goes to that real big book.
That's right.
And it's there on the right page and everything. So,
well, I think that
is that just how the Book of Oa works? You go to check it for something, and it knows you're going to check it. So,
well, yeah, I think it's the Guardians or something, because he said at first the text was indecipherable until the Guardians wanted him to read it. So, but yeah, before the Guardians, before the Zamorons, before the Controllers, before even reason had come to our race. Yes. The myriads of Maltus bowed to the Triarch, to those three gods who had slain their father.
While holding up decapitated heads, on plates.
It was a party. Yeah, so
it goes from heads on plates on one page to floating Guardian heads in the next page.
They're on point, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bakora, the creator, Archor, the sustainer, and Tazadar, the destroyer. I thought that was going to be Gozer for a second.
Yeah. Stay puffed.
And so, yeah, that floating Guardian heads. Do you see, Green Lantern? These are ancient beliefs, but nothing we have learned in the eons of our lives has shown us that they are not true. And they're like, Quora's returned, the others can't be far behind. The end is near, you must hurry the Maltus. And Hal says, I'm going to need the whole Green Lantern Corps. They're like, no, do not fight. These are gods. It will only be worse if we rise against them. You must hurry to Maltus and watch for the Triarch. And observe, only observe. Yeah, hurry over to that planet so you can sit there and watch.
That sounds like, surely the Guardians are thinking, that sounds exactly like what Hal would do, right? Exactly.
I love how he's like, see, he got a charge. He said, I've never seen them like this. They barely gave me a minute to recharge my ring. So he did get a recharge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never been the one to believe in ancient stories of gods, but those guys have got to be something. Strike fear in the hearts of the Guardians. Then we change scene. Because it's time for the Darkstars.
Yeah.
So I guess I've come across the other god, and this part's written by Friedman, writer, Charist, penciler, Pinot, and Bualis, letterer, Chaffetz, colorist, Branch, George, Gross, Pepoy, and Sellers, inkers. So we had 5 inkers on this part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, and Augustin and Diaz editors. So yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Darkstars, but yeah, they've come across this one of the other gods.
And I mean, if I read that right, it killed both of them, didn't it?
It looks like. I mean, yeah. It looks like it though. It looks like impales the one with something, and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's not like the one Hal encountered. Man, there's no charm here.
No, this is pretty much all action for this one, and I had to do a double take on the penciling because it did look very Liefeld and Lee like. Maybe it was just because the '90s and a team book, but it definitely had some X-Men, X-Force type of vibes, although they're all wearing essentially the same uniform. And they're sort of like intergalactic police, kind of, how they get referenced later on in this thread. Mm-hmm. Or am I misremembering it, or is that Legion?
Yeah, no, I mean, they're basically, instead of the Guardians, the Controllers who evolved from that same race. Yeah, this is their version of the Green Lantern Corps, yeah.
Gotcha.
And in the Grant Morrison, Liam Sharp, they'd get renamed Black Stars.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, I like this art, but Matt is very right. It's very 90s, especially this chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Jaw lines and small mouths and eyes.
But yeah, like we said, I mean, this chapter is basically the Darkstars just getting trying to stop this giant god and failing.
But lasting long enough to send out a signal to Earth's Darkstar, who is Colin Farrows, is that right?
I think so. I mean, from this art, I thought he was already here, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I did like the fact that there were such immediate consequences to a fight, even if you weren't familiar with the characters. You're just like, oh, that's it for them.
That's it for them.
That's how you know it's serious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They almost seem like they're like, oh yeah, we won, but I don't,
That's a Perich victory.
Yes.
Well, it's like the giant god disappears. Did they think they zapped it out of existence or something? I was like, okay, no.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's basically that chapter. But then we get to the Legion 93 chapter that opens up on Maltus, where the rest of this is going to take place. The co-plotter and scripter, Mark Waid. So the pacing should be good, Will.
Yes.
Indeed. The other co-plotter, the penciler, Barry Kitson.
Oh, yeah. Very awesome artist.
Oh, yeah. And I always say, when it's 90s and it's Barry Kitson, I always immediately think Superman.
Yeah.
Adventures of Superman for a while in the 90s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Inker, John Stokes. Colorist, Stewart Chaffetz. Letterer, Albert de Guzman. Ooh, Albert de Guzman. Assistant editor, Frank Peteris and Peter Tomasi. Editor, Dan Raspler. So, yeah, I guess we see... I really never read Legion, so I guess they're, moving the Maltus, to set up their base here.
I wasn't really much of a reader of them either, but I think they operate as kind of a... You pay us and we'll protect you kind of set up. So I think they're...
Oh, the mob. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he is a brainiac,
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, one day I should go back and read these. Again, it's Mark Waid. It can't be can't be that bad of a story. It's Mark Waid. So then they find, what is this like?
I think it's some loose change from one of the giants. I mean, what do you think?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, like a coin a giant would drop. Oh, one of the giants is making it rain.
Make it rain!
they're going through this rubble, and then the third god appears. But yeah, so they're trying. The real Docs is saying, "Get the team together." Then he goes up on some little hover thing and like, "Attention, I'm real Drox of Legion. This planet is under our protection. Who are you?" Oh, he gets his "Bah! I'm Tazadar, the Destroyer. You little man are an annoyance." As he, a big meaty hand, he tries to blast him. He gets caught by Captain Comet. And again, yeah, this giant's just like raining destruction down on this planet, and the Legion's trying to hold it back as the best they can. But then, just when things can't get worse, the other two gods show up.
And they get worse.
That's right. And then at the end of the last page, it says, the rest we're going to cover this issue. This episode, Green Lantern 44, Legion 57, and Darkstars 11.
That's right.
All right, so for one, I get to switch the paper. All right, so all right, what do we think of the first one, Matt Conan? What you think?
I thought it was cool. I mean, I kind of, it seems like a Marvel type of an annual, but it's all in one issue, whereas you get 3 little separate stories, and it's kind of whetting the appetite. We see that this is a big threat, and it's multi-tiered. It's going to be affecting different parts of the DC Universe Trinity. So yeah, I'm interested. Even though I aside from Green Lantern, didn't know any of the characters. I also didn't know this seemingly cosmic threat, and yeah, it seems to be like the deck is stacked against them. So, and I did like the artwork. It's different from each story, but it's still sort of the same level of quality and consistency. So, yeah. I'm interested.
I guess they let each book's creative team do the chapter of their characters, but it seemed like a lot of we had to set stuff up, but it's like except for the Hal chapter, the other 2 chapters, it's like let's bring this whole team in, let's bring this whole team in.
Yeah.
Well, and it's speaking as the first 4 issues that I've read, Trinity, and then the 3 issues. It was better than I remembered it, which is kind of not been the case for a lot of stuff that we've been reading, unfortunately. But I thought it was a pretty good setup. And the art, looking at the Green Lantern title in particular, I feel like the art helped a lot. And then I think because of this crossover had to be done, I think the plotting was a bit tighter and the pacing was a bit better. So the next issue that we're about to read, I feel like is one of the better Green Lanterns of this era.
Yeah, well, that's probably too because he was working with 2 different other writers too, probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this was a big, this, like you said, the story was better than I remembered, but I think it was definitely like a big push to get numbers up probably on everyone's book. It's like, hey, you're reading Darkstars, here, come read Green Lantern, or vice versa, or hey, come read Legion, or
Legion, yeah.
All right, so should we get to the second one?
Yes. You bet.
All right, Green Lantern 44, again, August, Part 2, The Wrath of the Destroyer. Oh my god, the title, Urban Renewal.
Yeah. Tearing down buildings.
That's right. We see the gods just trashing Maltus right where we left off. And then Hal comes in and he's like, oh, there's the female entity I met on that other world. We get the editor's note for DC Universe Trinity, number 1. Man, he meets a lot of female entities, you know what I'm saying?
He does.
But he's like, she alone handled me pretty easily. Now I gotta find a way to stop them. See, he had his orders to just observe, but he's saying, I can't just stand there and watch them raise a world.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to. The Guardians did order me.
He's not like a certain Owatu and just will observe. Yeah.
But he says, that doesn't mean I can't question. So he flies up and like, what is the meaning of this? I love meaning. You ask the meaning of the acts of gods? Our meaning is to return the world to this world of our origin and make it a home fit for the gods. The last one's like, yeah, no explanations. We only owe him our contempt and blast Hal. But he says, Hal's like, question time's over. And the crowd's like, no, you must win. It's blasphemy to attack the gods. So I guess, the Maltusians are just like, this is fated to be, and, all your...
Yeah.
Stop it, you sound just like the Guardians of the Universe, Hal says. You freaked out like a bunch of primitives. And one of the guys in the crowd's like, do you hear the Guardians know it's time for the revival?
Dang it, that's not what I meant.
I know. So Hal takes off again. So I'm going to find out what's happening, and he runs into Legion. So Legion's like, yeah, we've been hired to protect the plane. That's what we're going to do. So Hal takes off and is thinking, Legion, another poor substitute for the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah. Throwing a little shade there.
Again, editors note, like the Darkstar on Earth who claimed he was doing when he attacked the Flash.
Editor's note.
Issue 40. Someday the GL Corps and those fly-by-night groups are going to have to settle who's in charge.
Ooh, that sounds ominous and eerily prophetic.
I don't know. In the next, in issue time, in the next 6 months, one group is going to be gone out of these three, and who's it going to be?
No, exactly.
Did the exact opposite of what you were thinking, Hal.
Exactly. Or wait, maybe, like you said, maybe it was Parallax going,
So Hal's thinking, I better ask the Guardians if I should protect those gods, but I don't think he thinks he's like, I don't think I have to worry is that they just start blasting everything on the ground. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Carol's back from Coast City. And the editor note says Green Lantern Annual 1, but it's Green Lantern Annual 2. So
Annual 2. Yeah.
Everyone just wanted to forget Eclipso. Is that it, Will?
I think so, yeah.
So she goes up to her room or whatever, and Tom's there. What do you know? What do you know about the Crosswind Corporation? And she says, never heard of it. He says, funny when Hal's loan application. A woman fitting your description guaranteed the loan with a check from the Green Fortunes Corporation. And Tom says his lawyer looked into it and discovered a parent company, Crosswind Corporation, in Crosswind Corners, Nevada. The ownership of that company remains mysterious.
Follow the money.
Yep.
Follow the green.
Oh. And Carol's like, it's none of your business. How dare you? Orders him to get out, and then, so I guess Tom tells his wife he's gonna investigate this more. Wait, something. I've got to find out how her father died. What? Come back in 3 issues, 3 issues, kids.
Yeah, a little human drama, murder mystery, illusion. What I liked that earlier when we went back to Earth, there's a background character of a guy wearing a T-shirt that said "Comics Cafe." Comics are more important than food.
I saw that too. That's got to be an in-joke or something.
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I would sometimes I would hold on to my lunch money and use it to buy comic books and just eat other people's lunches. So, occasionally. Yeah.
I hear that. Meanwhile, back on Maltus, we get a nice big 2-page spread.
Oh yeah, is that the second one this issue, or is it or is there's like two or three, right?
There's some early in the issue, right?
On page 2 and 3, you got kind of like a two-thirds of the 2 pages. Yeah, I guess just to give you the scale, because just the giant blast coming down.
Mm-hmm.
How incredible! Yeah. I was being generous when I called these guys fly by night. By the looks, they would have laughed through a siesta. Oh. But he says, I've had it with observing. You've been lucky to be able to evacuate your hovels before Zodar gets to them. The gods are not to be interfered with. Again, you know. But Hal says I'm going to try to keep them under control until I contact the Guardians again. And that one god's like, you dare? And Hal's like, what? No one's ever dared here? Come on.
And this is right before he gets smacked down, right?
And then he he zaps the giant's hand, and then the giant's looking at it. He's like, I can't believe you fell for that, and hits him in the head with a giant green hammer.
It's hammer time.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's the 90s.
It was the 90s.
Is there no end to your impertinence? So yeah, Hal's trying to keep him busy, and Vril Dox is still holding that giant coin. What does it say? What does it mean? And then Hal's still fighting. He's like, that does it. Can't let this go on forever. Not when I've got no way to recharge my ring when its 24 hours are out.
Yeah.
Is that
after only recharging it for a minute in the previous issue?
Yeah.
Again, is it? I mean, was this the Guardian's way of making sure he didn't interfere? Because it's like, okay, you got a 24-hour charge. That's it for now.
What harm could he do in 24 hours? Can you imagine?
Wait till we get to issues 48 through 50.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, since I've already overstepped my role as an observer, I can't get any more hot water with the Guardians. All right, best line of the issue. Because if there's anything benevolent about these jokers, then I'm Guy Gardner.
Yep.
Every issue, I swear, he has to throw out a Guy burn. Every issue.
He does.
Come on. I didn't expect him to be a sore winner, you know.
Does he get one out in the Darkstar issue too?
I'm trying to remember. He might. But I was going to say, at least every issue of Green Lantern, he's...
Yeah.
I swear Guy gets over quicker than Hal does.
Yeah.
So Hal tries raining some constructs down on one, and then the one god's like, I can see you are a potentially good being. Yeah, potentially. Perhaps your upbringing was improperly managed. So yes, he hits.
Was that a Yo Mama joke from?
Yeah.
Your mama was so cosmically unaware. Yeah, hits Hal with something. He's like, I'll worship you. I'll bow down. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it, but I'm sick of people playing with my mind. Oh, kid, you're not even.
Hasn't even started
you're
yet.
On chapter 1 of that, kid.
This is the prologue.
Yeah.
And then the other one tries to turn one into a guardian.
Yeah, it looks like that's what I was thinking.
Yes, a faithful servant of the gods. And then I guess once he hits the ground, Hal uses the ring to turn himself back.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought.
Because he says, must turn myself back, reject the energy. And the gods are still blasting away. Oh, Lord. Guess who shows up? One of the Legion's crack operatives, Lobo.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you're having a party, and I hate missing a good party. Oh, my God. He says, oh, the delightful Lobo banter. Think you can can it long enough to help me stop these gods? And Lobo picks him up. Dream on, chicken fragger. Oh, I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Just feel like she's going that button for some reason. I'm here to stop the legionaries, worm. And Hal says, what does it matter who helps who? And then we hear a voice, it matters, Green Lantern, because a Legion job, this is a Legion job, and you're going to get out of our way. All right, so thoughts on Part 2, Green Lantern 44? That good, I know.
I liked when he got turned into a guard, he became an old man, a faithful servant to the gods. That was pretty disturbing. Yeah. Lobo's involvement in any group seems a little odd to me. But
Well, again, he's muscle.
yeah, I don't know. I thought it was okay. The colors weren't quite as bright as the previous issue, but the art was pretty solid, and they're sort of kind of hugging the line between which I know they kind of have to service the ongoing Green Lantern, Hal Jordan stories, while also getting this new dilemma and this crossover going. So I thought it kind of served both masters all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. I thought the art was good, and definitely not a Lobo fan, but I think it was. It didn't suffer from a lot of the problems that we've seen historically on this series of Green Lantern anyway, with pacing and threat level and a few other things. This was all new threat. We didn't have to worry about stories that came out 30 years ago at the time. So I thought this was one of the better issues of this writer's run.
But I know Matt was saying like the colors were brighter in Trinity 1. I never read a paper copy of it. Well, was it like glossy paper maybe? Because I know we got wasn't it like a foil cover or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a heavier stock paper versus the Green Lantern, which is kind of a normal
newsprint.
One of their normal newsprint issues. Yeah.
So maybe that might be why the coloring, because it's like the same art teams for all the books. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Russell. I've stepped out of the pits of despair to vacation in Sector 2814. Aw, Kentucky can't be that bad.
Well, Sector 2814, actually, Maltus is not even in Sector 2814, but it's under assault, so you're probably safe in Sector 2814.
Hey, when the boss tells you to go check out their the guys writing the checks or say, hey.
Yeah.
Could be worse, could be Florida. Oh, you're lucky she's on here, Russell. Well, you hear all kinds of crazy stories from Florida.
Hey man, who you gonna call to come get a pit bull out of a gangster's yard? A crazy white girl?
That's Florida for kids. Hey, Russell, you still there?
Does Russell like it long? Does Russell like it hard?
Both. All right, so should we get the Legion?
You bet.
Yeah.
Again, of course, August 93, Legion 93, number 57 by Mark Waid and Barry Kitson, of course, co-plotters. Finishes, John Stokes, Robin Smith, colorist Gene D'Angelo. Letterer just says Gaspar. Assistant editor Peter Tomasi and editor Dan Raspler.
28 years ago. Wow.
Damn.
I know. Oh, and it opens up with Lobo with his foot literally on Hal's back.
Yeah.
And Hal's just yelling at Vril Drox, can't you are you insane? They're just tearing the world apart. I love this trick Hal does. He throws something under Lobo's foot and just shoots him into the air.
Yeah.
And Hal's pulling rank. He tells Vril Drox, the Guardian told me about this Triarch, and you need me to stop them. End of discussion. Oh, the one guy, Lobo, you need help. Only in plot and revenge. As he falls.
He falls back down. Yeah.
So Vril Drox talks to his guy in the communications order in the center. Oh, yes, it's imperative that the Maltusians trust the Legion to protect them. The longer Green Lantern swaggers about.
He ain't wrong.
I mean, I was waiting for this plane to get destroyed. I'm like, man, everyone's just like. So yes, the gods are still tearing stuff apart. The citizens are running. Oh, I guess they send Captain Comet to stop Hal. What is it with you Legion people? You all nuts? Lives are in danger. Lives are in danger. And Lobo runs into him, from behind with his bike. Starting with yours, Flyboy. So Lobo's running Hal over, and the gods are still doing their thing.
Yeah, Hal's kind of used as a little bit of a punching bag, this issue.
Are we kind of killing time here? Because it seems like it's like Hal's either fighting Lobo or Captain Comet, and meanwhile Vril Drox is just like plotting and talking and plotting.
And we have to have time for the Darkstars to show up.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah. Because it just seems like the gods are doing their thing, and everyone, Hal's just arguing with the Legion.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the other Legion members are like, yeah, what are we doing? Two of our most powerful guys are wasting their time brawling with Green Lantern.
Exactly.
As Hal calls Lobo an idiot, and he tells him, frag you. So yeah, Vril Drox is still trying to get that tablet translated. The guy translating says, I don't think you want to know. So they go to some... What's this building? Oh, I think it's their headquarters, yeah. So who's he calling? Regional Administrator Prigats?
Of the Darkstars.
And then Lady Quark gets blasted. Oh, she's still around. She was like one of the only survivors of the
Crisis, yeah.
Pre-Crisis multiverse, yeah. How long was she around for?
I don't know. I don't even remember what happened to her. I'll have to look that up.
Again, Hal's still fighting. So again, I guess we had to kill time, but was this trying to show how powerful the Legion are, that they could hold off a Green Lantern, maybe?
I think it was... I mean, it feels like we have to show how capable each of them are, and I feel like in doing that, they kind of tore down Green Lantern a little bit, because he's kind of the established one on the block. So they were all, they all had to show how good they were, and to do that, they had to, bring Green Lantern down a peg or so.
Yeah. Because Legion's like attacking the Giants, and then at the end here, as Lobo's gotten Hal in like a wrestling hold, it looks like. Yeah, Captain Comet's like, yeah, we're effective immediately. We're going to attack the Triarch head on and leave Green Lantern to the others. And Lobo's like, what others? Boy, whose issue's coming up? Darkstars.
The Darkstars.
Yeah.
Us Lobo, starting now, how Jordan must answer to, and it's in a fancy logo.
It's in a logo.
Darkstars.
They get there. Yeah.
So, you know where we're going next, kids. All right, so what you guys think of this one?
Well, I think that, Green Lantern, he did get thrashed around a bit, but when he got his offense in, he got the full page, He got the big full page smacking around. But he did this is kind of like a professional wrestling term, but he did the favors, He went over to give some shine to these young guys, the lesser known titles that hopefully Green Lantern and people that are hopefully maybe buying the Trinity series or will get attached to it and might become fans. But I don't know. I thought it was decent. I mean, I really liked the intricate detail of the city artwork and the kind of chaos of the people flashing or kind of panicking, but kind of just going about their business while their world is being destroyed. And, yeah.
Matt, did they want how Jordan to drop that strap as champion? They wanted him to drop that belt.
Yeah. He's lost the ring. Or,
He will.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Will, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's by a really, great creative team. You got Mark Waid and Barry Kitson, so it's a good, solid story, and the art's nice, and we get more plotting by a Brainiac. So I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good issue.
All right, so should we jump to the last one?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Darkstars 11 again, August again. It's the 90s, so everyone's posing on that cover. But Escalation of hostilities. Michael Jan Friedman, writer. Mitch Bird and Ken Branch. It says the new art team.
Okay.
Yeah. Albert de Guzman, letterer. Steve Mattson, colorist. Brian Augustin. Will make you believe a man can fly.
And we've seen Mitch Bird. He did the art for Green Lantern Annual 2, I think, didn't he?
I think. Yeah. That's why this looks familiar. Yeah. So yeah, it opens up with Hal just telling the Darkstar to back off. Unless you're here to help me, you got a fight coming. Oh, the Darkstar. What the hell are you talking about? Who said anything about helping you? I'm here on Darkstar business. How? You've got no jurisdiction here on Maltus and the Darkstar, and you do? How do you feel about this one? Darkstar keeps calling Hal green beans?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of an effective, annoying insult where even the person being insulted is be like, all right, this is so lame, but the fact that you're sticking with it is annoying. So you are seeking to annoy me with a dumb name, but the fact that it's so dumb and you're so committed to it is more annoying than the name itself.
Exactly.
I mean, this would have been his chance for this issue to be like, man, you're more annoying than Guy Gardner. Yeah, green beans. You can blabber about it, about who belongs here till you're green in the face. But one of these giants killed a Darkstar and her deputies, so if you want a shot at them, you mucking well better get in line.
Get in line.
Mucking, kids, with an M.
What the frag is mucking?
There's one of the Muglas who murdered Rihanna. Muglas. So the Darkstars just start blasting this with one of the gods, and she's like, the flying gnats. They're so eager to die for all the way to Maltus, and basically takes out. Looks like they wraps the one Darkstar in like a bubble of water or something.
Yeah,
bubble. It's either water or something like jello, like. Until Hal catches her and says, looks like you could use a hand, as he uses a big green hand.
A big green hand? Yes, that's awesome. Annoyance can work both ways, it seems.
All the puns fly in this issue. I'm just like, who wrote this? Or like, who's the god in this universe? Like Matt Kona or something?
Suck it, Lilith. I had nothing to do with this.
Oh my god. Maybe he forgot. Maybe this issue had a profound effect on a young Macona.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to be a mucking comedian. Yeah. So Hal makes a giant drill and drills this Darkstar out of whatever that bubble is. And Hal's like, you don't know what you're up against. Brute power isn't going to work against someone who can make the Guardians quake in their boots. But it can't feel any worse than that ring of yours has done up until now. Oh, they're measuring. Maybe it's time for a truce, green beans. Let's say we join forces against this ugly Muglas. Man, a lot of swearing in this issue.
A lot of fake swearing.
All right, here we go. Here it is. What the hell? I fought on the same side as Guy Gardner. You're not half as obnoxious as he is.
There you go.
Mandatory Guy Gardner insult complete.
You got it in.
Hey-o! So I guess like what the heads of like the Darkstars are talking about this, and Director, I thought you would like to know. I've dispatched the going guy saying I've dispatched the Darkstars to prevent a Green Lantern from attacking 3 controller gods. What?
Wait, what?
It's not your job to exercise initiative.
Exactly.
I was alerted to it by someone named Dox. For real, Dox? The head of Legion? Yes. Did I do something wrong? Just tell me what to fall. Doc's told you. So, what? Lobo's trying to, like, take out the leg of one of these gods. I'll show you how the main man takes care of your typical omnipotent deity bastard. And then it tries to kill Lobo. Again, more cleanup. Legions, like, protecting civilians. And that looks like the control... is this guy a controller?
I think it's a controller, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting the story on these gods. An immortal triumvirate of unimaginable majesty and unbelievable power. Sons and daughters of the creator god. According to legend, the triarch of all younger gods turned on their father, rebelling against his therefore unquestioned authority, and in the end murdered the one who had given them life. But they were horrified by their crime, ravaged by shame and self-loathing, could no longer look upon one another, and they abandoned Maltus, scattering to the farthest corners of the universe. However, it is said they will return in order to fulfill the ancient promise, the leveling of Maltus, so that may be recreated in accordance with the ancient harmonies. So yeah, it looks like the prophecy is coming to pass. A lot of controllers talking here and info dumping. Meanwhile, Hal and the Darkstars are like, yeah, doesn't look like we're making much headway. And that female god's like, what are you doing? You must desist, make us.
Yeah, they figure out to attack what she's doing instead of her.
Yes, that gets their attention.
Yeah, it's a bit of a breakthrough. I mean, for the first 3 issues, no one was having much luck. So,
and then I guess the Darkstars have orders not to interfere. So, like, half of them are like, we got to save the planet. The other one's like, no, we got our orders. Then we see Real Jock searching for something. Basically goes, like an old tomb. There's a chamber in there.
Something's alive.
I've got a new nickname for Hal, the Green Dandy. You know how many women I talk to and mess up psychologically? Oh, no, Dandy. So yeah, Hal and some of the Darkstars are going to try to take on these gods again. All right. So what book is coming next week? They'll give you a clue who comes swooping in. Take your cruddy mitts off of that lantern poo's head. You're about to get thrashed by Killwalker.
And several other lanterns as well.
Yep.
I think I see Chassel on there, and isn't Boudica? Is Boudica on that?
Oh, yeah, she's in the story. Yes. So I mean, it seems like the formula. It's like whoever's book is next comes flying in on the last page.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so what you guys think of this one and the whole first half?
This one, I feel like the artwork for this was kind of inconsistent. Like the close-ups were good and detailed, but whenever there was like an action scene, it seems like they were kind of fuzzy or just not really fully filled in. I don't know. It just seemed like a rushed type of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's my detail critique, I guess. But as far as granted, I can't do no art. I can't even draw a stick figure or a turkey hand. But I just like something I noticed because like the close-ups and stuff, the faces were so good, but then you see like I don't know. It seemed like, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of characters that I didn't know with strange conflicts that I still trying to keep steady. But I don't know. I'm still in. I haven't read ahead, so I don't know what's going to happen with the next 4. But I'm still involved. I'm still engaged. Yes. And I like Kilowog, so I'm glad that he's getting involved.
But I mean, yeah, I agree with Matt. I mean, the art wasn't bad in this one, but I think it was the weakest of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this, I feel like, in the age of crossovers, of which this was born, I think it did a pretty good job balancing the needs of all three of the books, and given each character a moment to show a certain level of coolness, and hey, this is why I am who I am and why I'm cool, kind of thing. So yeah, and like I said, it's better than I remember it, which doesn't happen a lot, at least with this era of Green Lantern, unfortunately.
Well, again, when Jones has to work with other writers, it seems like he gets tempered a little bit. Yeah. Yeah,
you look at the Flash crossover. That was some of the better stuff. And that's not to say that he can't do good issues. The road back could have been probably trimmed a little bit, but all in all, it's good. And then we get a pretty good little 4-issue arc of Mosaic, and Mosaic itself is wild and crazy and pretty good. Really, really good, actually. So it's, I don't know, what should be the standard bearer for Green Lantern, the main series, is the one that seems to kind of be the weakest, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, again, we only got a couple more issues to deal with Gerard Jones. So.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right, kids. I know we went a little long, but next episode, we're going to wrap this thing up in Green Lantern 45, Legion 9358, Darkstars 12, and it all ends in Trinity number 2.
Number 2.
That's right.
Bookends.
That's right. And then in 2 weeks...
number 2 work for?
Then in 2 weeks, we're going to talk some Reign of the Supermen. Green Lantern 46.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Green Lantern 46. Well, we're just going to talk Green Lantern 46, Superman 82 and 83, and Green Lantern 47. Find out all about that Crosswinds Corporation.
Nice. And then we finish up Mosaic, right?
Yeah, the episode after that will be Guy Gardner 11 through 14, and the last 3 issues of Mosaic 16 through 18, and then we have an issue with Guy Gardner 15 through 17, and his book kind of crossed over with Justice League, so I threw that Justice League issue in there. And then that's it. Emerald Twilight's after that.
Is upon us.
So you got 4 episodes between here and Emerald Twilight, Will. And
then it's Parallax on stage.
And Cal Rayner. Woo! All right, kids. So yes, the end is near. Send your thoughts. capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, Twitter. Join the Book of Oa, our Facebook fan group. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch this video. See our faces looking at this art. Find links to the Patreon, links to merch, links to everything. All at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please support all things Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Also, check out the Southgate Media Group YouTube channel and the Patreon. Lots of good stuff there. And also support us by picking up Pod Life the book, now digital and paperback. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and the main man Bastich himself, Rob Master Doom Southgate. Oh, wrong button. I swear, I didn't mean to do that.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
Your weak sauce. Mark my words.
And stay tuned for at the beginning of October for the Southgate Media Group marathon. We'll see some familiar faces from these shows too. All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you praying to strange gods?
At Matt Kona. That's all. Instagram, Twitter. That's my name on Facebook. MATTKONA.
He's a tired man, people.
The yin to Dark Horse Yang.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
Yeah.
See you later, Bunky.
Don't Instagram me after 10:30 p.m.
It's his bedtime. He's not allowed. All right, Will Allred, Master of the Core. Where can people find you in your works?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. Gmail, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, probably, and probably other places too. I don't know. But you can find my self-published work, Crossover Division. at crossoverdivision.com. And we should be sending number 2 off to the printer shortly. And then there's Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And our viewers obviously have discerning tastes, so that means if they like Quasar, if they like Green Lantern, they probably like Quasar. If you want to find out cool stuff about Quasar, you can always check out the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org. I am God.
Figured out work this time.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
Big party this week. Alright, kids. Thank you for joining us again. We wrap this up in 1 week. Green Lantern 45, Legion 58, Darkstars 12, and number 2. Seems like all the teams are on the field now, so we'll see who plays well.
That's right.
Anyone get along? Doesn't matter. Alright, kids. Join us next time. And remember, don't be stepping on people's houses.
Hey there everyone, I'd like to tell you about the YouTube channel I Am Your Target Demographic. If you're a fan of comics, we have plenty that you'll enjoy over there, including a series called Heroes Like Us that explores comic characters of all sorts of different identities. And we even have a series that defines words that are used in nerd culture that you may not know what they mean. So you can check us out by heading to YouTube and searching I Am Your Target Demographic, or look up IAYTD on any social media outlet.